Hey, I am here in Indianapolis and I'm sitting inside of one of the largest AV custom technology showrooms in America. I've got Rocky with TRIPhase Technologies.
So this is that kind of multi-use multimedia space for either watching a movie or sports. So this is kind of giving away a little bit of the special.
Oh, look at this.
That people don't know is here that we're kind of letting you in on.
You are the only AV showroom in the world with an F1 car hanging from the ceiling.
Macintosh looks the best when the meters glow, right? Other dealers, integrators from across the country have come here to visit. Like I said, now we've got the Just Video Wall. Another reason for people to make the trip in, right?
So we've got a Just Video Wall's 151-inch 0.9 24:9 MicroLED display here at the showroom. We've got Sonusfaber, Macintosh, incredible lighting demos. To top it all off, we've got a full-size F1 race car hanging from the ceiling in the entryway here. Stay tuned and stick with us because this is one you're not going to want to miss. Awesome space.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
What on earth? You guys have an entire F1 car hanging inside of your showroom?
Kind of speaks to being in the Indy area, right? It's not an Indy car, it's an F1 car, but there's so much racing in this area. It's a conversation piece. Everybody asks about it. Some people don't even know it's there though. Some people will walk in here, they'll look at the fish tank, walk in there and never even notice it.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
So you definitely have a claim to fame there. Like you are the only AV showroom in the world with an F1 car hanging from the ceiling. Probably, yeah, unverified.
Probably. But that's right.
Tell me about TRIPhase. Like this is obviously a grand entrance here.
Yeah.
What is it that TRIPhase does?
So we're a primarily residential integrator. We work in luxury spaces and just try to use this showroom to show people things that they might not see in your typical AV showroom, AV place to see. So I could show you some cool stuff through here.
Okay, let's check it out, man.
Yeah. We call this the lifestyle side of our showroom. So we were trying to create some like typical residential spaces. We dropped in a drywall ceiling in here. We've put all of our lighting fixtures that we specify and sell in here. So like this space showcases a frame TV. We've got a hidden TV application in the center and then like a hangout media space there. This is where we decided we wanted to showcase our media space where you've got like a hangout lounge area behind like maybe your basement bar. So we always had a TV in this space in the showroom. There was an 85-inch TV, and we've been so intrigued with Just Video Walls since seeing it at CEDIA. We think people will use them in a space like this, and seeing it in real life in a space like this just made the most sense for us. So many of the houses we work in, they don't have a dedicated theater. Some do, obviously, but ones that don't will see this kind of media room on a ton of plans. So in Indiana, everybody wants to design a house with a basement in it. Most of them have that space. And we'll see a seating area with a big TV, maybe projection, maybe not, but so many of them have this bar landed at the back side, so you can have additional seating, but it's always open to the rest of the basement, open to the rest of the space.
Yeah.
So it's hard to do light control there. Projection gets hard. So, you know, the biggest you could do for the longest time was like an 85-inch TV. Now everybody's doing 100-inch TVs.
Right.
But doing a TV instead of a projector made sense. So this is that kind of multi-use multimedia space for either watching a movie or sports or kids gaming.
Right.
The whole family can use a space like this. And I think honestly, people that are using it for more than just movies, they use it more often. So just creating that kind of like sports bar feel, multiple screen viewing. A lot of systems can do 4, but doing it in this ultra wide format, it can double as 6 equal 16:9 images, or you can open this up and show a movie in a much wider format, which just looks so much better than just having it on a 16:9 TV, right? So now you're looking at a 141-inch movie versus this movie on a 100-inch TV, cropped to 240. You're probably only looking at about 80 inches of screen.
Right.
So 150 inches is just so much better for an immersive experience for a room that you actually want to turn into a movie space.
It really is immersive. And the immersiveness is something that I think it's really hard to convey. Like when you walk into a space like this, like your eye is immediately drawn to it, and especially when you get something widescreen like this with a movie or gaming, like it just feels completely different than any other TV experience that you've ever seen.
And just getting the pop that you get out of this versus projection, right? Like I've always been somebody that's like, don't put a video wall in a dedicated theater room because there's certain things that you'll be able to pick out in the screen and everything. This thing looks awesome, honestly. The fit and finish and the edge blending in the panels, like a lot of people literally think it's some sort of projection system. Nobody expects it to be a direct view, video wall. They don't really know what it is. They just think it's projection because that's the only time they've ever seen a picture this big.
Those LEDs are super vibrant.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is really, really cool. Tell me how else this wall is being used in your demo space here.
I mean, so we've got a surround sound system in here that's tied to this. So we've got a 9-channel surround system that's all Sonance reference speakers. So we're able to show full Dolby Atmos in this room with 9 channels.
Nice.
We've got 2 in-wall subs. And then we'll also use this. We really, really wanted to show and educate clients on, okay, so this is a video wall, 4K resolution, it's, great looking picture, what drives the price there? So it's like, this is a 0.9 and that's gonna put you into a little bit higher price category. So if you're not so close to the screen and you can go to a 1.2 pitch, we wanted to show somebody what that looked like.
Right.
So we actually did put another video wall product in this room over here.
Oh yeah? Pixel pitch is important to understand because that is the size or the distance that each pixel, each LED is away from the next LED.
Correct.
Right, so you said it's a 0.9.
It's a 0.9.
And this room is a 1.2.
This is a 1.2.
Okay.
So we can walk somebody from that wall to this wall. Obviously it's different content, but you can walk somebody right up to it and say, okay, starting here, you can really start to see pixels as you move away from it.
Yeah.
Once you get to a comfortable spot, these 2 screens can perform pretty close to the same as long as you don't get in front of this many feet of the screen, right? TRIPhase in general, we're not out selling brands and saying this is the brand of X we sell, this is the brand of that. We really just kind of create a whole experience and we'll let clients make some choices just based on their preferences. Like we're showcasing our primary control systems on this wall.
Yeah.
We've got Control 4 suite of user interfaces on the right. We've got Savant here in the center, and then we've got Nice Elan over here on the left. And we can show clients and let them just kind of touch, look, and feel, and just kind of make their own decisions on what they want to do that way. And again, clients will sometimes just lean on us and say, look, we're going to take your recommendation based on what we're doing, and we'll steer them in a direction. And then we do still have a traditional theater room, Dolby Atmos, 15 speakers plus 4 subs, 182-inch projection screen, 4K Sony laser. Fully acoustically treated, custom Fortress seats. Like it's a built-out theater room. And it's also a great education room for us to just talk to people about surround sound. I can build a room like this with 5 speakers instead of 15 and 4 subs, right? Like I can show a client how 2-piece projection works, what a custom theater seat is, and we can build a room really at any budget using this kind of crazy reference room as a starting point to just show people what they can do. The surround sound system, the whole house music system, the theater system, so all the Mac gear runs that theater room we were just in. And this just shows a little bit of the fit and finish of the installs that we do. So you'll see like example rack drawings, line drawings. The better it's put together from the beginning, the easier it is to maintain that throughout, because it's terrible to show up to a job to try and service it and some guy's there before you and he's left it a total mess. So if it's really clean and nice and put together well, people tend to leave it that way as they work on it. So yeah, it definitely keeps things serviceable moving forward.
So when I see a Macintosh logo, I can't leave a room without talking about it. Like, tell me where these Macs are being used right now in the
the center stack is basically running the theater room we were just in. So we've got a Macintosh processor there.
So everything here,
correct, is running that theater room. So the Mad VR is running the theater. The MX180 processor is running all the audio in that room, and then all Mac amps. So there's 15 channels of Macintosh amplification there. So right now, this smaller Macintosh stack over here is actually running that 9-channel Atmos for the Just Video Wall setup.
Okay.
So, and then we've got these couple Marantz AVRs that run a couple other surround sound systems, and then just our network.
Nice.
So yeah, this room just kind of tells a little bit of the behind the scenes stuff that we do. The rest of the show space out here, like I said when we first walked in, this is our lifestyle showroom. So showing you this media space, obviously awesome lifestyle space to hang out and see a huge screen. But then we'll show some other spaces that we've got. This screen right here, when this TV's off, art covers the screen, right? So TV on, art rolls up, exposes the 65-inch OLED behind there. TV's off, art goes down. There's also Sonance invisible speakers, invisible subwoofer with it, so it's a completely concealed. Hit the red button there.
Here we go.
Macintosh looks the best when the meters glow, right? So Leon Ante sound tile there, so a hidden speaker system above that Macintosh. And then another lifestyle space, we're showing a kitchen here.
Oh, this is great. Yeah.
We're showing layered lighting in here, so we can get to the lighting lab here in a second, but this is showing 3-inch in ceiling recessed light fixtures with toe kick lighting. We've got underbar lighting, in-cabinet lighting, countertop lighting, and then a few just concealed pieces of technology, right? So we've got a TV that pops down out of a cabinet there.
Yeah,
we've got a mirror TV behind this pop-up bar here. Let me go ahead and lower the bar so you can see that. It's kind of bright right now, but we've got a 75-inch Samsung Terrace out here.
Yeah.
But for a large patio space, I see people going for a video wall, you know, for certain applications. Clients have asked for years and years, like, how do I put a movie theater outside? And it's like, we're in Indiana, doesn't get dark in the summertime with daylight saving time until 10 o'clock, you know, and you're dealing with mosquitoes out here and everything else. So nobody wants to sit and watch a movie at 10 p.m. in Indiana. And it's like, how do you do projection outside? And I think it will be an answer when people ask that question. It's like, let's do a video wall, right?
Yeah. And these subs, these are actually buried in the ground, right?
So this shows kind of a progression of them, right? So there's a 12-inch Sonance sub right there, 10-inch clips, 10-inch Sonance, 8-inch Sonance. Another thing people just haven't seen before a lot of times. They come in here and we just try to think of what is it that people have a hard time picturing, and it's like, well, what do you mean the speakers, you know, are small and out of the way? I know what a rock speaker is. Is that what it is? It's like, no, it's a little different.
You have to see it.
Correct.
Right? Like
and hear it.
You have
when
to
people
see
hear
it
it,
and hear it.
It sounds better than most outdoor audio that they've heard before. So if everything's not hidden, then you are going to see it. We like it to be nice looking, beautiful speakers, right? So Sonusfaber is our go-to 2-channel line.
So gorgeous. Wow.
So we have a decent amount of their line on display, and again, paired great with Macintosh, which again has such a cool look to it.
Right.
It performs great. Everybody loves it. Yeah, before
pretty cool.
Before this thing showed up here, the real reason people would come to see us was just for the lighting lab.
Yeah.
That's a real destination thing to see. Now people are always wanting to come in and see this thing because it's a new, fun new toy.
That's what happens.
But I can show you the light lab too. That's a pretty cool spot.
Yeah.
So we've got meeting spaces down here, sales offices and things. But the other part of our showroom, where I said that was the lifestyle side of the showroom, this is our lighting and shade selections area.
Oh, this is great. So this is a full-on design center.
Yeah, so we do interior design work for media spaces, and sometimes our designers work on whole house projects. So this is the fabric selections room for that. It's also our Ketra demo room. So we've got all Ketra downlights in here. We can go through the full Ketra demo here where you can do lighting that follows the path of the sun. We can change these to any color imaginable. So Ketra's a very unique part of the showroom. Lutron shades, Lutron's our primary line for shades. Yeah. So we've got all the different styles to do Lutron. But this is what I just mentioned a second ago. This is our lighting lab. So this is a space that's really unique to TRIPhase, where we will educate clients on, you know, good versus bad lighting. Specifically with down lighting, but really any architectural lighting product. So I can just kind of turn this on and show you what the room looks like.
Okay.
You'll have to kind of book a demo to come to get the whole thing, right?
Sure.
We're just showcasing high performance spec grade downlights versus like an electrical grade. No beam control, no color choices really. You just kind of get what you get. They don't dim the best, but you can make a room look just totally different when you use a spec grade fixture that renders color better, that you can control the beam spread, dims better. And we'll go through a full demo in this ceiling where we show people different beam spreads. We've got a cabinet set up here showing full linear lighting inside a cabinet, how you can really light up a space that way. So this lab just really showcases how to use lighting in different architectural spaces, and it really helps clients understand in their home, okay, this is what you mean when you say under cabinet or in cabinet lighting.
Yeah.
So this is kind of giving away a little bit of the special
look at this.
that people don't know is here that we're kind of letting you in on. We've got a mock dining room set up back here. So this is an example of what most people have in their home. You've got a center fixture right over your dining table, but the problem is you can't look at that fixture because it blinds you if you're needing to use it to light a full space.
Yeah, that is actually pretty blinding.
So you always want to be able to dim that fixture down, bring in another layer of lighting. So right now we just turn the sconce lights on. It's not blinding you anymore, but your surfaces aren't lit. So if we use purpose-placed recessed lighting, we can make this room take on a totally different feel.
Oh, yeah.
So adjustable 2-inch downlights. These are Lucifer lighting, just a totally different experience. Lighting definitely affects mood. It affects the feel of a space. It affects how long people are gonna hang out at a party. You know, it's just like lighting really makes a big difference. Being able to show that, that's driven a ton of people here. Architects, builders from all around send people here because you just can't see it anywhere else. And other dealers, integrators from across the country have come here to visit. Like I said, now we've got the Just Video Wall. Another reason for people to make the trip in, right? When we get a job, we send it through engineering first. They'll create the drawings, and then we try to put all of our systems together, and we're doing it right now.
Oh,
we'll typically rack up systems here.
This is what we call the nerdery, right?
That's right. That's right. So systems are pre-programmed here, and then we get all the equipment racked up for testing in-house. and everything's built, set up, networks set up, you know, IP addresses assigned, all that happens.
Yeah.
Then we basically power everything down, take it to the job site, and it's ready to go a lot faster on site. So this is our engineering room.
That's great. Oh.
Rack assembly area here. Right now they're working on racks in the other part of the showroom, but we can, you know, test bench things here. Just our old facility. This place is a little over 3 times the size of what we had before.
Yeah.
And it's just what we're showing and what we choose to put into our demo space is really important, because we just try to be so mindful of, you know, what are we investing in? Are we investing in something that clients, they've already seen 100 times, so what's the point, you know? Or is it something that's very, very unique? And again, putting a video wall in a 151-inch 0.9 video wall, it's not an inexpensive thing to add to the showroom, but it's just, again, one of those things that's just challenging for a client to understand and appreciate until you see it in person.
All right, so we're back in sort of, obviously my favorite area here for some reason, I can't tell.
Yeah.
But this is an amazing complex, Rocky. Like, I can't tell you how impressed I am with what you've done here, just business philosophy, and then the way you present yourself. It's totally next level. Tell me about the market that you serve.
Yeah.
And then how does a customer get in touch with you? Where do they find you?
So we work in residential spaces, you know, primarily, but we do commercial work.
Okay.
But most of what we do is residential, high-end custom builds. We're located in Zionsville, so a suburb of Indianapolis. You can check us out on our website. Anybody that decided to make the trip from anywhere relatively close, it'd be worth the trip, because it's just, again, most of this stuff is things that you can't see anywhere else, right?
Yeah, well, we're all the way from Florida, and it was definitely worth a trip for me. So
great.
I appreciate it, man. It's been great. Thanks,
Absolutely.
Rocky.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah.